Hello, hello, hello. So, I am so disgusted with myself that I have not gotten back to Fallout 4 in so long, but I'm here. And we are going to look at True Storms. Now, I've been using True Storms, I don't know, the past month or two, and just kind of let it be. I just kind of installed it in this load order, and I just kind of let it alone. I haven't really messed with it or anything. I know that it comes with some, what would you call it, tweaks or commands or whatever you can do to adjust it or alter it a little bit. But I've not played around with any of that. Now, I'm just going to read some of this description here. Some of this is, I guess, too much. I mean, it's over the top. But basically, what we want to know is that it's a complete overhaul to the storm systems. It includes new heavy and unique weathers, new intense sound effects, okay, etc., etc. Let's move on. Try to find something important. Designed around gameplay and immersion, okay. It hasn't really affected how I play. It says it'll change how you approach a situation. I suppose it could, but so far it hasn't. Now, it has affected me, though, when you get one of those radiation storms, and you're not cheating, and you've got it set on a higher difficulty, and the radiation storm is just killing your character. So, I mean, that has been a problem, but usually that's not such a problem for me. It depends on how much you cheat, I imagine. Anyway, trying to find cover and stuff can be difficult. So let's see. New types of weather. Radiation rain, that's what I'm referring to. Heavy dust storms. I've seen some of this. Heavy fogs. Heavy and light rain. I've seen some of that. I'm not sure if I've noticed the lightning effects in the sky. Now, that's not to say that they don't happen. They have a picture of it here. I'm sure it probably does happen. Me, I'm running around playing. I'm busy killing something or doing something, and I may not notice it. Let's see. So, looks like there's 50 intense sounds and a new method for more unpredictable random playback. And lightning strikes. Okay. New interior sounds. That's nice. Volume sliders. Yeah, see, there's some adjustments you can make in the game, and we're going to look at that. Fully configurable chance for feral ghoul attacks during radiation storms. Okay, this sounds interesting. In-game configuration holotape to turn all features on and off, plus weather control holotape. Sneak buffs for player and companions. Okay. Not compatible with other weather mods, but looking into patches. And then they say adding tons of mods can make your game glitchy, so stay minimal. Well, that's true. It can make your game glitchy, but, load order. This is a master file, so the game will automatically sort it up top. It is okay if it loads before the unofficial Fallout 4 patch. Now, I want you to realize that it says it is okay if it does that. I've not had any issues, and I never let anything load before the unofficial Fallout patch. I just don't. Matter of fact, I think here, this says to make sure the mod is moved all the way to the top of your load order. So I always keep it at the very top. I don't have any trouble with that. Someone else tried to say that True Storms should be above this, but I don't see anything that says that that's true, so whatever. Just moving on from there, just letting you know, for me, I put the main master file of True Storms. It does always sort up to the top. Like, if you try to move it, look, I'll show you. If you try to move it too far, it's going to move itself back up. And it puts itself in the master files. Now, you notice it didn't put itself in front of everything, but it did put itself back up in the master files. Now, like I said, I keep it as the second master file, because to me, your weather is such a basic part of the game. It's just it just seems like that's where it should be to me. All right. So anyway, and then I have the fallout. I have the True Storms Far Harbor DC. Well, can I talk? No. But anyway, I have this down here. Still fairly high in my mods, but it is not a master file, and it does not sort itself up high. So, but it just adds the weather for Far Harbor. So I put it here. And I think it's fine. Like I said, I've not had any issues with anything. So I just wanted to note that because, again, sometimes it bothers me if people are putting out misinformation. Like the mod author says here, it's okay if it loads before the unofficial patch. It doesn't say you have to load it before. There's a difference in okay and you need to. So just pointing that out. And like I said, been doing this for a few months. I've not had any issues with it at all. So it says, when loading a save or exiting Vault 111, 2 holotapes will be added to your inventory, and that's the configuration of the weather control. The weathers will run without them, but, the configuration allows you to change it, and the weather control allows you to change it, so, you might want that. And they can be crafted at the chem station. We'll look at that and make sure you see that. There is a darker night patches here. Now, I don't use that because for my shows, that would be extremely irritating to have a video where it's all black. So I don't use that. But let's look and see if we can find that. Now, the mod author here is Fading Signal. And I don't see anything that says this is a port. This is Fading Signal. So I think this is their mod, okay? And the size of the mod is only, now, I'm going to say only. It's not very big. It's less than 53 megabytes. But I would admit, compared to some other weather mods, it's a little big. But I think it gives you a lot, in the sounds and a lot that it gives you. I'm not saying other weather mods. You know how I love the Calamity Weathers. I think that one's great and fun. And it's a much smaller mod. But this one, I admit, has, it produces those radiation storms, which really seem, the way it does the weather really seems to fit with Fallout 4 as well. It's a slightly different style. Well, it's a different style than the Calamity Weathers, but it also fits with the Fallout 4 theme, if you ask me. So, that's just my opinion. Very subjective. You can try it out yourself. So let's see if we can find that Darker Nights patch. I'm not going to install it, but if we can find it, we'll just take a quick moment to look at it. So I'm just going to look for it here. Okay, I started to call it Truer Storms, which would not be very good. I'm going to do it this way. This may or may not work. Sometimes I add too many words and it just makes it harder. But sometimes this will cause me to find exactly what I'm looking for really quickly. Just looking for a Darker Nights patch. Oh wait, here we go. What's this? Okay, this is Darker Nights for True Storms with Far Harbor. And they're, oh wow, okay, this is a lot of variations. This is more than I want to see. I'm glad it works. It's great. So this is really dark. Okay. So there's a variations of the Darker Nights for True Storms. Level 2 is 70% darker. The level 0 is the darkest. It is 94% darker. So, this might be something we could try. I wasn't really planning on it, and, we can try it, but let's see what this is. Level 4 light. Come on, fill out the, there we go. It's 46% darker, so all of these are a little darker. It just depends on how much darker you want your nights. I don't even know if we need to even look at these, because I'm sure you can figure out what you would be interested in based on what you like. Me, I'm fine with the game the way it is. So, but I could try some of the... Oh, Bethesda, thank you so much. All right, well, that's okay. We're done looking at the mod, so I will take us in-game, and we will take a look at the actual holotapes and see what we can do as far as configuring and changing the weather. I'll see you there. Alright, so I brought us out to Sanctuary. And I have John, our resident bat. Let's see. It's a cloudy day, I suppose. It's about 8 a.m. in the morning, or between 8 and 9. Let's bring up the pip. Yeah, it's about 8:23. Let's move over here. Where is... No, it's in their inventory. Oh, here we go. So here's the True Storms configuration and the weather control. Let's look at the configuration first. Now, this is the first time I've not played around with this. So this says True Storm effects, and they're off. Why are they off? Okay, so now it's on. Constant rads, rad rain is on. Sneak buffs, I don't know what that is. Sneak buffs companions, particle and damage occlusion, ghoul horde chance off. I'm going to say let's turn that on. Ghouls will follow radiation storms up from the glowing sea and will appear randomly for the duration of the weather. Okay, if it is self-cleaning and does not cause save bloat. Okay, so let's just say, what about 50%? What do you think? 50% chance of a ghoul horde? Okay, so I've been playing all this time on just the normal mode. I didn't have all this turned on. So the horde would be 5. Hordes and settlements on. Is 5 really a horde? That doesn't seem like a horde. Default is 5. Let's just try 10. I won't pop it up too much, but let's just try 10. Enough to make it more entertaining. Okay, so that's the configuration. I've turned on those special features. Now, I probably am not going to be able to test those out immediately, though we will possibly try to travel around and see if I can get it to set off. However, I do have the change weapon utility available, or change weather, sorry. I should call it what it really is, the True Storms weather control. Now let's see what we can do here. Current weather is overcast, Commonwealth, Far Harbor, True Storms. So what's this? Each of these weathers are either added or altered by True Storms. Weathers ending in TS are new weathers. Oh. Okay. Please select the weather. Okay, so we're going to change the weather. Hold on. Let's do something before we do that. I'm going to do a quick save. But you know, just in case. Because I haven't tried this mod out, this part of the mod out, so I don't know what we're going to get. Let's try Dusty. Standing by. Okay. So the current weather is oh, it is dusty. Look at that. That's dusty. I haven't seen anything like this in years. I have seen a dust storm like this, though. I'm just so hungry all the time. I know the feeling. I am always hungry. The belly needs to be fed, I tell you. But anyway, so that's dusty. Alright. Okay. Let's try something else. I like this. This gives us an idea. It allows us to look at the weathers. So this is good. Let's try foggy. Standing by on the Pip-Boy. I'll wait till you're done. Alright. Seems to be done. Okay, so this is foggy. Okay, I think I've actually run into this. It is foggy. Not horribly foggy, but it is foggy. So, yes, we're a synth here to spy on you. Of course we are. What else would you expect us to be? So, okay. Alright, well that's interesting. Let's just go through all of these. I don't think it will take too long just to get a look at them. That was foggy. Let's do the Misty Rain. We'll wait till it's done. Oh, this is Misty Rain? I beg to differ. This is not Misty Rain. This is rain. This is just steady, ever, just rain. This is not Misty Rain. I mean, it's funny that they called it that. That's okay, though. I mean, overall, it's a good rain. And you get some lightning and stuff, so that's not bad. Alright, let's try. Let's try just regular rain, see what that's like. We're waiting. I'll wait till it's done. Okay. Now this is regular rain. I would say the other rain was basically just as heavy. This is a little darker though, a little more overcast. So, not putting it down. This is a good representation of a rainy day. Alright, that's fine. Alright, let's try something else. It's nice that we can do this. Now let's try the light rain. I don't know what that's going to be like. We've already seen what the Misty Rain was. I mean, if this is lighter than that, that would be funny. Oh, this is what I thought Misty Rain should be. This is very light rain. Yeah, this is very light. This is kind of sporadic drizzle type of rain. That's okay though. Hey, do I have an injured? I do. I have one of my guns is not working here. You'll have to pardon me. I have to fix it. Sorry. Repair? Yes, thank you. Okay, that's it. Just wanting to repair that. Anyway, we've had some recent attacks, death claws and stuff. So anyway, let's try a different one because that is very light rain. That's what I expected out of Misty Rain, but whatever. So foggy light, let's try that. This looks a lot like the other foggy, doesn't it? Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm seeing a huge difference. There's probably some minor difference, and I'm just not. I'm just obtuse enough not to see it. How's that? I'm just thick enough. Like, I don't really see much difference. So, that's okay. So, I don't see much difference. That doesn't mean it's bad. Just means I don't see much difference. Alright, let's move on. So, we're going to look at, what's our options here? Oh, there's a lot of rad stuff, and we've not even gotten there yet. Okay, so let's try the Misty Rain light and see if it's actually light this time. That would be funny. Oh, this is actually better. This makes more sense. You've got some mistiness, kind of haziness, and a little bit of rain. So yeah, that seems alright. Seems better than the other. Okay. Alright, we can live with that. Let's see. That was the Misty Rain light. Let's try it. Now, this is going to be the Rad Rain Heavy, and it's probably going to cause some physical damage. It might even kill people. We'll just have to see. Well, everybody's just walking around in it. Oh, there. Oh, I am getting some rads. I'm probably overly resistant and protected. I don't know if these people are, though. Piper doesn't seem too concerned. She's just standing out here. But yeah, look at that. That's quite a mess. If I wasn't on John, he's probably really resistant. Let's take a look at his. Whoa, that was bright. Let's take a look at his. Yeah, his resistance. 115, that's pretty high, isn't it? I think he actually heals a little bit like a ghoul from the radiation anyway. I think he's got that perk. So there we go. We can come in out of the rain. This is not a perfect situation though, but this should be better. But they're going about their daily business in the middle of a rad storm. Alright, very well. Maybe it doesn't matter as much as I thought it would. Alright, so that was Rad Rain Heavy. Rad Rain Light. I'm gonna start having trouble saying these things. Just hold on. This is Light Rad Rain. Okay, that is lighter. It's still, still a bit of a rad storm though. Okay. That's, oh, Ada. Watch out, Ada. It seems pretty good though. Alright, so that makes sense to me. What else we got, guys? Let's see what else we got. I may not go through all of these because it's so much. I'm not going to mess with Far Harbor. Okay, so that was that. Now this is Far Harbor stuff. We're not in Far Harbor, but it's going to be the same thing that you're seeing here. It's just going to be in Far Harbor. Alright, so I'm not going to mess with any more of those. Let's do something else. What about Commonwealth? Clear. Oh, these are all you can make it the way you want it. Let's see how this does. I don't know if this lasts forever or not. Or if it's just clear for right now and then later it gets all stormy and ugly again. Probably does. But there you go. You can make it a nice clear day. This is very useful for some shows. I can make it a very nice clear day and not need to worry about radiation storms and things of that nature. Piper is always worried that I'm going to go too far away. So let's see. What's our other... I think our other option... What's clearest? Let's try that. I don't know why there is a clearest. This might be something extreme. Oh, like very little clouds in the sky, I see. Yeah. Okay, I see. Very, very little clouds. Okay, nothing wrong with that. Another good weather to look at. And we have dusty. Are these going to be... Let's try this and see if this is the same as what we already looked at. This might just be vanilla dusty. I don't know, it looks basically about the same. Alright, so I think you get the idea. I'm going to put us back to... Let's just go back to where we originally came from, which was overcast. Ta-da! And it's just an overcast day. And this is where we came from. So, alright, so let me see something else. Well, something earlier was showing me what time of day it was, and I've totally lost it now, like a doofus. Oh, it's under data, of course. So now it's 10:30. So we've spent a couple of Fallout 4 hours in time here. So you can control the weather. That's very cool. Now let's look at our configuration again. Choose storm effects are on. Okay, rad rain is on. Okay, all these things are on. Now I don't know what they all do, okay? But in general, you can assume what some of these do. And remember, that's about a 50% chance. And a max horde of 10. I don't think you'll get 10 every time, but that's the max. So, now we didn't get anything when we turned it to that. Maybe it has to happen naturally. It would be interesting to get a horde to spawn for us. Let me see if I switch. If I switch us to that rain again, if we would get the horde. I can do this a couple of times and see if we get a horde. 50% chance we should get some of them occasionally, right? Of course, the problem is we could get them at any time, and this is a pretty big settlement. And I have lasers everywhere. We might miss it. Did you see that lightning down there? Yeah, you can see the lightning. That looks cool. Yeah, see that? That looked good. You can always pause the video or back it up or something and see that. Very nice. Anyway, so we're not getting a horde. But you know what? You'll probably see this as I play through the normal plan anyway. So, I'm not going to worry about it too much. This shows you the variety of weathers you can have, though. And I'm going to leave it just turned on, and I'll continue to play with this for a little while because I like it. We could turn it off at some point in the future, but for right now, I'm not going to. And maybe we'll get some of those hordes popping up, and that'll be fun. So, I'm going to go back to just overcast. So there you go. You can also change your weather around when you want to. I think it has to happen on its own to spawn the horde. At least, I'm going to say that's the way it seems to me. We'll see. Oh, let me set it to 100% chance. Duh. Hold on a second. We should do one more experiment. Right? Let's set it to 100% chance. Not off, no. We want it on. Always on. 100% spawn frequency. Medium. How frequently will spawn during horde attacks? You know, maybe we should leave that medium. No, let's go high. Let's just see what we get, right? Alright, let's go to another rad rainstorm. Wait, do I have to do it? Hold on a second. Let's try this rad storm. If this doesn't work, we'll try the other one, the True Storms one. Well, I'm not getting any bad guys. So, I'm not seeing any bad guys. Whoa. Maybe I need to give it a minute. That sounded pretty ghoulish. Hopefully you heard that, because I do have the sound on. I have it a little lower so that you can hear me better, but... Well, I'm not seeing That's one of our settlers. I'm not seeing any ghouls on the attack here. I was hoping we would get some. Do I have to be out of town? It said you could have them in the settlements. Uh-oh. Did something just spawn? You know how this game is. It's not... I may have the spawn set too high. Well, I'm not getting any horde to spawn. Even though I heard that blood-curdling scream. Let's try the other setting. I want a rad storm. Well, that's just rad rain heavy. That's not a rad storm. Well, I think that's still basically the same thing, isn't it? So let's try that. I think the dog is still there. Oh, there we go. So we did get some. Okay, so we just needed to mess around with it a little bit and give it some time. Oh, my goodness. Fun stuff, though. Oh, don't shoot the dog. I don't want to shoot the dog. Do I have any other weapon that I would like to use? I do have the pistol. And even that. But this gun's good. It just takes up a lot of my screen is all I was thinking. Maybe I should switch to the pistol. Oh my goodness, I hit the wrong thing. Can you believe that? Alright. It takes up a little less territory. Alright, so we did get some ghouls to spawn, so they will spawn. I wonder if we'll get more if we wander back. Let's head back over to town. Hear that? I think that's supposed to be the sound of the ghouls in the rain. The ghouls would... Oh, look at that. The town is defending itself. And we wandered off and missed out on some of the fun. But it figures there's going to be some ghouls coming in now. Feral ghouls spawning in. Alright. I think that pretty much does it. I'm going to change the weather here, I think. Oh, look at this. This one's damaged. Let's put this one back. Alright. Well, very cool. I'm going to leave these settings on. I think it would be funny, and you'll be able to see this when I play in the future. But for right now, I think I'm going to take you over and show you the mod. I think we've pretty much showed, we've shown what this mod does and what it's about. So,
working.
Alright, so this has been True Storms, the Wasteland Edition. Oh, actually, no, just True Storms Wasteland Edition. I do have the Far Harbor patch, or I guess add-on, however you want to think of that. I do not have any of the darker nights that we saw that there were about 10 variations. So, well, maybe there were 7 variations. Anyway, there's a lot of variations. So you can get a level of darker nights if you want. This mod in itself, the core mod, is very good. Now understand that those storms that I went through on the weather control tape, and I would change it, that's going to happen normally and randomly as you play through the game. You would only go in and change the weather if you had some reason to want to change the weather, like I did. I was doing that just to show you, but normally you don't need to go in and change the weather. Just the weather will occur as you play through the game. So, alright, just to make sure you understood that, you don't have to go in and change that all the time if you want to change the weather. Now, if you do set the weather, it's going to stay that way for some time, but it doesn't really tell me how long. It'll probably stay that way for a good while, or until you leave the area or something. Okay? So, right now I have mine set on clearest, so we'll see. Probably next time I start fast traveling and moving around on John that the weather will start changing again. So I shouldn't have to do anything else at that point. I think when you're setting the weather, it's just temporarily setting the weather for you, and it will last whatever that normal duration is. Maybe it lasts for the day or half the day. I don't know. It depends on how they made the mod. They don't really say for sure, so. But it does allow you to at least change the weather if you needed to. So, alright. Very good mod, though. I have been enjoying it. I'm going to leave it on with the feral ghoul attacks and see how that goes. So I will let you know if I have any reason to change my mind on it. But right now, I think it's very good. A little larger than some of the others I've dealt with, but it has a lot more to it. So, want to thank you for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I will catch you later.
Hey, come on now! There's no need to get violent.